Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk about marketing. And for those of you guys who don't know, I own my own private practice. I now expanded to 3 locations, hopefully soon to be 4 as we start looking for our 4th location. And one of the biggest questions that I get is, how did you get over the fear of starting your own practice? And then the second question is, how do I grow? How do I market my practice? 5.5 years ago when I started the practice, I feel like I did everything wrong in terms of marketing. I did the other stuff absolutely right. I kept my overhead expenses low. I subleased from someone else. But yeah, I really screwed up on marketing. The number one thing for marketing is think about what brand you're gonna try to get out there. The reason I didn't call myself Dr. Investing Doc or Investing Doc Primary Care is because I wanted it to be beyond me. I didn't want to start a concierge or a DPC practice. And if you do, great, you may want to name it after you because people are coming to you as the brand. Think Peter Attia. He's a concierge doc now. He has his own panel of patients, but he also has this podcast, vlog, other thing that he does on the side. But his brand is him and longevity, but people are coming to him. He's not trying to sell you, we'll see Peter Attia, but oh, you're going to see Tom over there. No, you're seeing Peter Attia if you're signing up for his plan. I knew that I didn't want everyone to be like, I only want to see Investing Doc. In the beginning, that's the way it's going to be. People are going to come to whoever starts it up. You're going to give amazing service. But eventually, if you're going down the same path that I am, you've got to grow. How can you get people to come beyond Investing Doc? And that's why I didn't name it Dr. Investing Doc Primary Care or Investing Doc Primary Care, whatever you want to call it. So the first thing is think about brand. Now, tying in with this, we recently just bought a new website for an absurd amount of money, or what I think is an absurd amount of money. Not to get too off topic here, but from a branding standpoint, I'm keeping basically the same name. I'm just dropping clinic at the end of my name. And the reason for that is that whenever I started the practice, I bought a website that was $8. It was cheap, it was freely available. But the one that I really wanted was tens of thousands of dollars. Well, now that we have 3 locations and everything, I'll post about it in a future video, but we ended up buying that domain for $22,000. Now, when I was starting out, that would have been a stupid purchase, in my opinion, of spending $22,000 on the domain, and it's so close to what we're doing now, I don't know if it's truly gonna matter if you just kept to one location, but as we brand it and go to bigger locations, I think it makes a difference. Especially when I start advertising, getting billboards, which are coming soon, and other things, it is going to make a difference, and that $22,000 is not really a huge deal in the grand scope of things. But all right, let's get back to it. Branding is the biggest thing. What is your brand that you're trying to sell? Then from there, you need to figure out a good website. I just did mine on GoDaddy, is the hosting agent. I know they get a lot of hate online, but they've been great to me. And yes, if you can DIY and you know how to code better than I can, you can find cheaper alternatives than GoDaddy. But from an SEO, search engine optimization, and from a customer service standpoint, if our website goes down, I can easily get on GoDaddy's help, and they twice now have migrated our website from one server to another in a matter of minutes when something happened and something went wrong with the other server. When you first start out, marketing is all encompassing, so you're gonna have multiple buckets. You're gonna have your brand identity, and then you're gonna have online presence. And a part of that online presence is you need a slick website, you need good SEO, you need to make sure that it loads fast, that it looks appealing, that there's what's called CTAs, calls to actions. What do you want them to do? Do you want them to learn more about the boob jobs or butt lifts that you can give them, or the nose jobs you can give them? Do you want to learn more about all the gastroenterology procedures you can do, or pain injections that you could do? Or do you just want them to buy your supplement or book an appointment? You need to figure out your call to actions on the website and funnel it through there on your website so that there are clear call to actions and it's very concise and it loads fast on your website. Think about you as a patient experience anytime you go through marketing. If you go to a website, it takes forever to load, or it looks ugly, outdated, it's difficult to book an appointment, you're gonna leave. Before you even get into marketing, make sure those things are set up, because that is a huge part of selling your brand and marketing yourself. What is your logo? What is your brand identity? What does your website look like? All right, beyond that, you're gonna have to have multiple buckets of marketing dollars that you're gonna spend. And the problem is that you're gonna have to give it at least a month before you abandon ship on anything, ideally close to 3 months. Some things are even longer than that. Like for example, ZocDoc. If you sign up with them, they tell you that, oh, the full-on return is going to be 1 to 2 years in the future, because even though you're paying $45 for that new patient, actually you're paying more than that if you consider no-show fees, but let's say you're paying $45 for that new patient appointment, yeah, you only get charged the first time they booked. Let's say they book 3-4 more times throughout the subsequent 1 to 2 years. Well, then how much was truly that cost of customer acquisition over the lifespan of that patient? And that's where it gets a little bit tricky with longevity. You gotta have long run times. Don't confuse that though with you have to update your ads and A and B testing. I'll explain about that a little bit more in the future. All right, set up your multiple buckets. For us, Google and Facebook are king. They basically bring the majority of our practice revenue in terms of marketing dollars. Someone once told me that you have to expose your patients to your branded name on average about 12 times before you convert someone to your practice. I don't know if there's a study behind that. I don't know if they made that up, but it makes a lot of sense. You're gonna have those people that are like browsing Facebook just by chance they're getting a sore throat, and they're like, oh, Investing Doc Primary Care. Oh, maybe I'll just go here. I don't have a primary care. That's not gonna be the majority of the people. The majority of the people are gonna see it, get brand awareness in their minds, and then when they actually need you, let's say 6 months down the road, then you're in their Rolodex of like, oh, who should I call for primary care? Maybe that Investing Doc guy, whenever I go to Google, oh yeah, there's their primary care. Maybe I should go to them. That's why return on investment takes a while whenever you're doing marketing, and it's gonna be disappointing in the beginning, no matter what you do. For Google Ads, you are going to have positive keywords, negative keywords, and for every advertisement online, you're gonna define your audience, meaning usually radius from your practice locations. The reason I say negative keywords are huge is Google loves to try to include your clinic name, your doctor's names, or things that they're already searching for. Like let's say instead of Investing Doc all as one word, it's investing space doc. I'm probably wasting my money spending money on Google Ads trying to advertise my clinic to them because they already know about my practice. They're already coming to my practice. So if anything, you want to put your competitors' names out there as positive keywords that have overlap with your practice. Let's say there's Investing Doc Plastic Surgery that is your competitor. Well, maybe you want to put Investing Doc Plastic Surgery as your competitor, so that way your ad comes up number one when they search for them. Oh, okay, I know about Investing Doc Plastic Surgery, but oh, I didn't know about this other plastic surgery. While I'm looking for plastic surgeons, maybe I should click on that ad and see what they're all about. Looks like they offer something similar. Google loves to waste your money with things that they're already searching for anyway. If they're searching Dr. Investing Doc, when can I get an appointment? I don't need to pay for that ad. They're probably gonna come see me anyway. Google itself is a whole video, but know that you gotta focus on the positive keywords and negative keywords. And Google pendulum swings back and forth. It was making us a ton of money 4 or 5 months ago, and now I swear, I think it's all bots clicking on us. I can see that basically nothing has changed on our website, nothing has changed in the ads, and just a massive fall off in conversions of people clicking the ad and actually booking an appointment. I don't know what's going on. It's like 10x as bad as it was in the past. So with that and having multiple funnels, while we had our Facebook ads running, Facebook flipped on us. It used to be terrible performing. And then all of a sudden, Facebook got maybe 5 to 7x better in terms of performing ads. Again, we didn't really change much on it, but now Facebook is our best performing ad. So we just spent down on Google, spent way up on Facebook ads. And if we didn't have those multiple avenues of marketing buckets, then I never would have known that. I could have kept chasing the market, basically spending more money on Google ads when it's not working out. Something's not right with Google right now. Maybe they changed the algorithm, who the hell knows? With Facebook ads, you always want to do A and B testing. Sometimes you'll find there's no difference between them, but other times, like we recently ran an ad and did A/B testing, and one of the conversions, we were getting about 0.83 or 83 cents per click to click on our advertisement. Well, the B ad that we were running was $1.30. That is so much worse than the initial ad. That's about 60% worse to convert a person who's maybe interested, clicking on that advertisement and potentially booking an appointment with us. Other times we run the A/B ads and it'll be 94 cents versus 96 cents. There's not enough change in it. But you always need to have multiple ads running to see which one's your overperformer, drop the underperformers, and you gotta keep rotating these things. You also have to keep updating on Google ads, your positive and negative keywords, because again, you'll find that Google loves to spend your money in frivolous ways. Like for us, Investing Doc Primary Care, all of a sudden they added OBGYN to our list of ads. And I usually check it about once a week. And at the end of that week, I was like, whoa, we spent $700 advertising for best OBGYN in our town. Why would you do that, Google? It just wasted my money. Make sure you're checking in frequently. I would say at minimum once a week. That's usually what I check in. But at the same time, don't necessarily check in every day because it's too much delta. It could be back to schools affecting things. It could be so many millions of factors day to day that you really need at minimum 1 week to see trends. Outside of that, for marketing, we got free advertisement on Yelp. Yelp was a disaster. It got us nothing but a bunch of Karens or male Karens. It got us the high needs patients, super low returns. They had the worst insurance plans. I don't know what it was about Yelp, but they were a disaster. Also for us, we tried to advertise on Nextdoor one time. It didn't work out for us. Nextdoor seems to be more of a, if someone in the neighborhood recommends you, there's much more weight behind that. One of the other parts of marketing that I really wanted to highlight is make sure that everything's set up correctly. You need your good Google business account. You need your Yelp account. You need your Nextdoor account. You need to make sure Apple Maps is set up. Make sure that Google Maps is set up. And make sure that you have all these accounts linked to each other. So, if you're going to do X, or formerly Twitter, if you're going to do, Facebook, make sure you have all these groups. They're all linked. They're all updated. It's a pain in the butt. You need Instagram, but it'll add to your SEO score. The more links that you have coming to your website, the more legitimate Google thinks your business is. So whenever you're setting up your practice, make sure that you have all these things set up because it is very important for SEO. I did a little bit about the paid marketing, the non-paid marketing. Well, let's talk about that real quick. If you're a specialist, the best thing you can do is get in people's phones. What I mean by that is go knocking on the people that are going to refer to you, the primary cares, whatever, and you need to share phone numbers. I can tell you I love all of our consultants in our area, but the consultants or the rep that just drops off a flyer, the worst thing ever. If you pay a rep, a marketing rep, to just drop off a flyer, hi, this is Investing Doc's new so-and-so practice, cardiology practice. And I don't even come in, I pay a rep to go in, they drop off a little flyer, maybe they even include a little treats in it, like some bundt cakes or something like that. It's nice, it's gonna go nowhere. It's gonna go pretty much nowhere. So many people put trust in us in so many different ways that when I'm sending a referral somewhere, I tell you nothing makes me more ticked off than when I send a referral somewhere and then I get patient feedback. For example, I recently had this guy who had an insurance plan that could only go to a couple of GI docs. I sent him to this GI clinic in town, which I won't name, and he told me it was a disaster. The building was locked. He kept calling. No one was picking up the phone. He was banging on the door to see if he could get in. And then finally, after like 15 minutes of banging on the door, the doc came out and was like, oh, my staff, everyone called in sick. Sorry, I didn't hear you. I was on the phone with another patient. Here, I'll let you in. Let's do the visit. And he said the doc was wonderful, but oh my God, the whole practice was a disaster from an administrative standpoint. And this doc came by and they did that exact same thing. They had a manager came by, left me bundt cakes and everything, let me know that they exist. And I can tell you that after that feedback, I'm never sending another patient their way unless the doc comes to me and tells me how they've improved. I'm much more likely to send a referral to a consultant if they come knock on my door, even if they just talk to my front desk. Hi, I'm Investing Doc, I'm a GI doctor. I will only take 2 minutes of your doctor's time. I can even come back on another day if today is a terrible day. But I just wanted to introduce myself personally, share my information, and I would just love to have 2 minutes to introduce myself. And when those docs come in, they respect that 2 minutes. I'm in between patients. Hi, I'm Investing Doc, GI doctor. Oh, by the way, can I have your cell phone? I'm gonna text you real quick. Text me. There's no stupid questions. Whatever you wanna ask, I'm available for anything you need. The next icing on the cake is, oh, by the way, I'm gonna email your office all my information from my clinic. That could be my clinic name, address, hours, phone number, fax number, because many times there's what's called an after visit summary. I can put that in an after visit summary, and we have dot phrases in our EMR. So I could just do .investing doc GI, boom, and it'll be like, hi, today I referred you to Investing Doc GI. Please call this number to create an appointment. There you go. It's all set up for you. You want to make it so easy that it's a no-brainer that they pick your practice as a consultant, and it's all free. You just basically need to go there. And while I was building my practice, I took time out of my schedule. When I didn't have any patients, I just was knocking on doors. And I told my front desk people, I said, hey, if someone comes in, call me right away, and I will come back right away. But this is all free. While I was out knocking on doors saying, hey, I'm Investing Doc Primary Care, Urgent Care, nice to meet you, here's my info, here's the dot phrases, here's everything you need. Text me if you need absolutely anything. If my front staff texted me saying, hey, you got a patient who just walked in, they would basically stall for me and text me right away saying like, whoa, you got a patient who showed up, come in ASAP and see them. I'd go back and see them, boom, out again after that visit, and I'd be hitting the ground knocking on doors. It doesn't take any money besides gas and time, I guess, to go out to your consultants that are gonna funnel patients to you and get to know them personally, share information. All right, the last thing I want to talk about is, do you need a marketing team? Highly depends on the industry that you're in. If you're in Miami and you're starting up a plastic surgery group, yeah, you're probably gonna need a marketing team because you got really a ton of competition, and you're gonna need that marketing team to help you get in the local news and journals and other things. You can do it by yourself, but oh my God, it's gonna be so much to get in with that amount of massive competition from a plastic surgeon in Miami or maybe Hollywood or LA. However, if you're not in that highly competitive space to get patient eyeballs on your clinic, such as maybe aesthetics derm or plastic surgery, you can probably get by going the cost-effective route of knocking on doors and just letting people know that you're there. Again, you need a slick website, good SEO, good load times, and a good brand. So how much marketing did I spend starting up? Well, I didn't even have a logo on my office for the first year and a half, so I didn't spend much at all. I will say though that I spent most of my time just getting to know my colleagues, and I get a ton of referrals from GI, from cardiology, even pain management. They actually send patients our way because they're lovely, they're good at what they do, but the cardiologist sometimes will be like, look, I'm managing your heart attack, your stents that I just put in, whatever. They're not saying it this way, but they don't have time to manage diabetes along with the stents in their heart. They can do it, sure, but they're like, look, you gotta go find a primary care somewhere. The last thing that I'll leave you with is, I feel like we're the only primary care clinic that actually gives Christmas gifts during the holidays. And for our consultants that I know are Jewish, we should give out Hanukkah gifts instead. The first time we did it, I think it blew people away. They were like, I don't think I've ever gotten a gift from primary care before. But when we do it, and when I have done it, they have sent us literally hundreds of patients before, I would say over the life of this clinic. And for what? A cheap Yeti mug? It shows that I appreciate them, that I love the collaborative environment, and the patient's interest is at heart here, meaning that the better we have communication between whatever's going on with the patient, the better the outcomes are probably gonna be for the patient. When you start up, every dollar's precious. And now that I'm bigger, every dollar's still precious, but we have more fun money to start throwing around at things, to try a billboard or try other things. In the beginning, you gotta be lean, you gotta know people, knock on doors, have a great website. That marketing effort is gonna give you your best return on investment. Beyond that, it starts getting into a slippery slope where billboards might be $4,000, you get 500,000 cars driving by a day, but it's hard to gauge how many patients are gonna convert from that. All right, guys, if y'all wanna know more about marketing or more specifics, leave a comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you find this helpful. See you guys next time.